Hey guys, welcome back to the Laserdisc Repair Bench. We have something a little bit different. I've been talking about it, and truly I don't know if anybody cares, but I have put a lot of work into revamping this small bench that I got from Menards and trying to make the most out of it. So I have made a lot of changes flow-wise for me, and it's helped me be more efficient. And I really couldn't find a lot of other videos on YouTube that maybe have this kind of bench that would go into this detail and talk about it. And for me, a lot of it is organization and just making sure things are in the right places. So just showing this still right now of my drawers pulled out, and we'll go over the drawers, we'll go over what's on the backboard, and that'll be the video pretty much. So let's get to it. Starting with the left drawer. So this workbench is a basic one you can find at Menards, Harbor Freight, a bunch of different places. It's sold under different brands, but it does the same thing. It looks the same. So it comes with two pull-out drawers, and it's got storage underneath, and it's got storage on top, which I'll get to that. So in the left side, I have more hand tools, I would say. This I think is pretty cool. It's a metal nibbler. You make a hole in a metal chassis, and then this takes little bites out of it. Great for making holes bigger. Let's see. We have soldering tips, X-Acto knife, snap-on screwdriver, it's a ratcheting one. These are my electrician's screwdrivers. I have a set of files right here and another set of files here. Sometimes one set breaks, the one you need, so I always go back and forth. I've got my calipers. I've got thermal paste, and thermal paste doesn't really have a home. Working on that one. Let's see, I've got this wire is to repair traces. I've got the Fix-It toolkit, and all I did was, all this is sitting on Gridfinity grids, so I just printed either holders for this stuff, or like the iFixit, it has a whole case that this thing slips into, but it holds everything really well in place. Got this for cleaning up holes, a pair of scissors, a pair of wire strippers, and just in case you forget where they go, they're labeled. Got another more sophisticated set of wire strippers, and this is for just blowing dust out of things. Got some different tape, different sizes. And inside here, I've got my solder wick and double-sided tape underneath there. So that's the left side. We'll move over to the right side. Moving over to the right side, you'll notice a little bit different set of tools here. And so I've got just an Amazon Basics. This was left over from something else, but it's just a screwdriver kit, and it comes in handy if I need certain types of bits that I don't have somewhere else. This is a capacitor tester. Took me a second. This is a cheapy magnifier from AliExpress. Don't really use that too much. Has to use a computer. I've got a Stanley tape measure, and these are really handy if the calipers are not long enough. I've just got some random hookup wire, doing some testing with using these type of mini like Molex connectors with the optical SPDIF connectors. I've got a transistor, resistor, everything Zistor tester here. I've got a lighter for melting my heat shrink tubes. I've got super glue, and actually I'm using it right now. I bought a double set of microphones, wireless microphones. Hopefully it helps with the sound. I know I get a lot of white noise down here. I'm recording in a basement and next to an air conditioner. Doesn't help. So I've got a set of drill bits here, and these I 3D printed. They're kind of meant to be modular if you use Gridfinity. sometimes you can't fit something exactly where you want it. So these are meant to kind of move around and hold something that's, an odd shape, possibly. Um, and then here I just have a big organized set of screws. Pretty old set, actually. And that is the right. Oh, I forgot the battery storage. These are pretty cool. You can print these out to hold however many and whatever size you want batteries. But it makes it a lot easier to open the drawer, just grab them as is. All right, that is the drawers. So we'll move up top and we'll look at that. Okay, for the top, we're going to try and do this pretty quick because I'm on a wobbly stand and not well lit. So over here we have a Siglent oscilloscope, and it's a 50 megahertz model. It's not the best. It's a digital scope, and I have not had an opportunity to use it a ton. Still working on training myself and finding good resources. Again, not a lot of videos specific on what we do repairing Laserdisc players. I know some of it transfers over, but it's been a difficult road. Next, I have a signal generator, and that is supposed to create a signal that outputs to this, and it basically mirrors what I'm trying to map on the Laserdisc player. So it's a quicker way to generate the signal and say, yes, that's the right signal. Moving on, we have, I just bought this recently. This is a circuit board holder. I'm really zoomed in here. But it kind of, it gives me a little bit more height when I'm working on soldering a lot of stuff. It's very nice. Otherwise, I just have some discs over here, reference discs that I just use for testing. I have all my instructions on modding AC3 processors and just some other general instructions, notes I've made over time. So just long-term storage up here pretty much. All right, and the last, we'll move down to the regular workbench area. Last but not least, this is probably what you've seen the most of in previous videos. So I've done a lot of changes here. I used to have a lot of stuff hanging up on the pegboard, and a lot of that went away on the left-hand side, and that went away obviously in favor of dropping the TV down. The TV used to be up and was really hard to work with, really hard to see anything, and so it's much more present. I can actually load documents and service manuals and look at them right there instead of clumsily put a laptop on the bench. And otherwise, some of it's just easier to reach stuff. The pink Kirby is a 3D print. It's actually for solder smoke cleaning up. It's got a charcoal filter inside its mouth. I'll demonstrate that in a later video. And I have hookup wiring sitting up in the box, all the colored wires. Let's see, I took a long power strip from Harbor Freight, stretched that across, and 3D printed the brackets actually, so the brackets hold it tight so you can unplug and plug as you wish. Let's see, over on the right I have my little solder station, and that thing's a workhorse. Let's see, you gotta have a multimeter up top here. I've got a screw gun, and one of the other cool things, I'll bring it in a little bit closer. I'm gonna actually have to turn out these lights, but I made a new top, custom top for this bench. The old one was really flimsy, and when I redid it, I put two lights inside. It's hard to see. Two lights, one right here, one behind, and then I actually mounted a sound bar right there. So the sound bar has optical out and it has Bluetooth. So I can use this as my audio test for testing AC3 players that send out their signal to a processor or demodulator. So really handy to have this up and out of the way, but very much accessible. And that is going to do it. That's kind of the quick summary. If any of you have any questions or saw something that you were curious about, let me know in the comments. Love sharing this stuff. I hope you guys like watching it, and hope to see you on the next one. Thanks.